Ever feel like our modern world is just, wearing you down? You are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down a really simple but super powerful plan called Save P. Think of it as a 5-step guide to help you take back control of your health and start living a more vibrant life. So, let's get right into it. Just a quick note before we dive in. This explainer is based on a chapter from the book Maze Madume, Maze Niantran. So if you want to get into even more detail, you can always visit www.schoolfordiabetes.in. It's kind of crazy when you stop and think about it. We can get food delivered in minutes. We drive almost everywhere, and so many of us spend our days sitting down. All this convenience is amazing, but it definitely has a downside. It's fueling a lot of the health issues we see today, like diabetes and high blood pressure. But here's the good news, the really empowering part. We can absolutely change direction. So the big question is, how? Well, that's exactly what the Save P plan is for. It's our 5-point roadmap to getting healthier. We're going to cover S for cutting down on sugar, A for adding awesome high-end dye foods, V for valuing plant-based options, E for exercise, and we'll finish up with P for the power of pranayama and meditation. Let's kick things off with that first letter. All right, first up is S for sugar and starch. And honestly, this one is a huge deal, mostly because these two things are hiding in so many foods we eat every single day. Getting a handle on their impact is really the first big step to taking back control. So what's the big deal with sugar and starch anyway? Why are they always getting such a bad rap? Let's take a look at what's actually going on inside our bodies when we eat too much of this stuff. Okay, so when you eat a lot of sugar and starch, your blood sugar goes on this wild roller coaster ride. It shoots way up, and that tells your body, hey, store this energy. And where does it store it? As fat, especially around the belly. Now, this isn't just about gaining a few pounds. Over time, this whole process can actually damage your blood vessels, which seriously increases the risk for major issues like diabetes and heart disease. So what does this look like in real life, on your plate? Well, it's about swapping things out. We're talking less of the obvious stuff. Sugar, sweets, white flour in bread and pizza, and more of the good stuff. You want to fill up on vibrant vegetables, powerful proteins from things like sprouts and lentils, and delicious fruits and high-fiber foods. And get this, the results can be pretty amazing. Just by making this one single change, focusing on cutting back sugar and starch, the source material suggests you could see a weight loss of 2 to 5 kilograms a month. That just goes to show you how much power there is in choosing the right foods. Okay, so we've covered what to reduce. Now for the fun part, what do we get to eat more of? This brings us right to A, which is all about eating high-end dye foods. This is where we really start to load up on nutrition. Now, you might be asking, what on earth is an ANDI score? It sounds complicated, but the idea is actually really simple. ANDI stands for Aggregate Nutrient Density Index. All it does is rate food based on how many nutrients it packs in for every calorie. So a high score basically means you're getting way more nutritional bang for your buck. And guess what? The foods at the top of the A&D charts are all the things you'd hope they'd be. We're talking about gorgeous leafy greens like spinach, colorful veggies like carrots and beets, and amazing fruits like pomegranates and apples. These are literally nature's superstars, packed with everything you need. And you don't have to be a master chef to get these into your diet. Seriously, it's so easy. You can throw them in a blender for a smoothie, toss them in a salad, or simmer them into a cozy soup. Even simple things like vegetable pancakes are a fantastic way to get your fill. All right, on to our third point, V, which is all about reducing animal products. Now, I know for a lot of us, this can feel like a really big change, maybe the toughest one. But stick with me here, because the health benefits we're about to see are absolutely worth it. And the why behind this becomes crystal clear when you put them side by side. Diets heavy in animal products tend to be linked with higher cholesterol, higher blood pressure, and more inflammation. But when you shift toward more plants, well, that can help you get control of your cholesterol, manage your weight, and even improve digestion. The difference is pretty night and day. Of course, the first question everyone asks is, but where will I get my protein? And that's a great question. The awesome news is that the plant world is absolutely loaded with it. You can get fantastic protein from legumes like lentils and chickpeas, soy products like tofu, and yep, even from leafy greens. This leads us right into E for exercise. Think about it this way. If all those healthy foods we just talked about are the fuel, then exercise is the engine. It's what gets everything moving and puts all that great nutrition to work for you. Now, when we say exercise, it's not just about one thing. A really great routine is more like a mix. You want some cardio for your heart, some strength training for your muscles, flexibility work to stay mobile, and this one's so important, something for stress relief. It's all about balance. And the benefits? They're incredible. Regular physical activity basically tunes up your entire body. It fires up your metabolism so you burn fat more efficiently, and it helps keep your blood pressure and blood sugar in check. Plus, you get that amazing mood boost from the release of happy hormones, which also leads to way better sleep. It's a total win-win.
So how do you actually make this a regular thing? The trick is to not overthink it. Start small, like just 10 or 15 minutes a day. Pick something you actually like doing. Find a friend to join you. And look for little ways to move more, like always choosing the stairs. It all adds up. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most profound piece of our Save P plan, P. This is all about tapping into that powerful connection between our mind and our body through practices like pranayama and meditation.
Pranayama is really just about breathing with intention. And it's amazing what a little focused breathing can do. Specific techniques can help reduce stress, clear your mind, calm you down when you're anxious, and even help with digestion. It's like having a built-in tool to manage your well-being. And meditation goes hand in hand with that. We all know it's fantastic for mental peace and focus, but the physical benefits are just as real. Here's the coolest part. A regular meditation practice can actually help your body control its own inflammatory response. That's a direct, scientific link between your state of mind and your physical health. How cool is that? So when you put it all together, you can see that Save P isn't just a diet plan or an exercise routine. It's a complete system. By focusing on these 5 areas, what you eat, how you move, and how you manage your mind, you're really building a toolkit for a long, healthy, and genuinely stress-free life. So there you have it. The Save P plan gives you the roadmap. It breaks this whole journey down into 5 simple, powerful steps. Now, the only question left is, are you ready to take that first step? The power is all yours. Thanks so much for joining me today.